of 37 FWF movement equipments, and also the ongoing demolition exercises that's ongoing in Liberia and other several national issues as well. So, Foden, welcome to DNS Liberia.
Thank you so much. It's great.
Basically, you have been following the issue on yesterday. The first batch of the other machines, I can say, FWF moving equipments arrived in the country at the National Port of Authority. What does it say? Despite several criticism coming from schools of several citizens saying that these machines are Chinese made and definitely they are not durable. What's your own say on that?
As for me, I believe in my mind the substance of the argument or the debate must be established. We all want development. Yellow machine is a very good thing. Everyone, everybody want that. I think it is important to recognize the government's effort and desire of wanting to procure yellow machine for the country. That's a very good thing and the desire. But for people wanting to make it appear as if when you procure yellow machine, it is the end to all of the structural issues in this country that is fundamentally wrong. And here is the thing. The desire of wanting to do good things in a bad way is very dangerous.
If you say a good, wanting to do a good thing in a very bad way, what are you exactly trying to say?
For example, your sister is sick, seriously sick. You went ahead and killed another person's sister only to keep your sister alive. That is murder. Even though saving your sister is a noble act, but you have committed a crime. The current yellow machine is an unconstitutional process that violates the very organic function that you have the whole government.
If you say unconstitutional, what do you mean when there's a committee headed by former Defense Minister Brennan Samka and schools of other officials who are part of that committee set up by the President of the Republic of Liberia? If you say unconstitutional, what do you mean to say it is unconstitutional?
And here is it. The President at the National Truckers inauguration, he said that LBR was the one that provided the loan for the yellow machine. The President is on record for that, LBR. That loan have never been submitted to the national legislature. In our country is a country of law. Yes, why Article 34, the DR of our constitution say, no loan shall be raised by the government on behalf of the government of Liberia or guarantees given any public institution or authority otherwise than under the authority of the legislature. In fact, Article 34 of our constitution say, so that is the thing. The loan.
Are you saying the president is and was in error?
The president has violated the constitution again because, as a matter of fact, the government of Liberia is yet to submit an official yellow machine deal to the House of Legislature for ratification and enactment. That is how the law works. It is so embarrassing that we are in a country of people who claims to know all. We are seeing a brutal disrespect in any serious country, my brother. In any serious country. But now, the president will be summoned. Because the last time we checked...
Summoned for what exactly? Summoned for what exactly, for
the president brought yellow machine in the country.
Don't say the president.
No.
It is the government. The president spearheads the entire government. And
the chief administrative officer of the country.
Of course. Endorse it, not on his own. Endorse it with schools of other officials as well. And also, mind you, the president just set up a committee, and of which you have, even you are aware that a committee was set up led by former Defense Minister Ben Samka.
But yes, how the law works. So, brother Uriah.
How is the president in error?
The constitution of our country says, before you take a loan you should get the approval of the national legislature. So the question to you, Uriah, and anyone who's supporting the so-called yellow machine, like I said earlier, we want yellow machine, but it should be in conference. I believe in my mind, we should not crucify the constitution at the author of bastardization only because we want some kind of yellow machine. My point of contention here is this, Uriah, how many money are we paying for the yellow machine? Who is paying for the yellow machine? Nobody can tell. It means, in essence, yellow machine is now in the country again.
Of course, what do you know? It is from the taxpayer money that Liberians and other companies that are contributing to government national covers. It is what exactly you have the money being paid for the first batch of these yellow machines, of those yellow machines.
I agree with you, and that's why I say the process is unconstitutional. Because up to now, the president is yet to submit an official bill to ratify the so-called yellow machine deal.
For the are you happy that a few years back then you have Liberian government renting these heavy moving equipment from companies, spending huge amounts of money being given to companies, and now the government deemed it very necessary due to the cost being spent there by renting all of these heavy moving equipment to pave roads and renovate roads, that it would be a very high cost to the government than just using money to buy it for themselves as a way of fixing road and solving road connectivity problems. Don't you think it is somehow necessary? Are you happy that what has been done? That you should not commend the government for them saying that the person is in a constitutional error?
Like I told you earlier, your sister's sick, you want to save her. You go, you kill somebody on the sister and take their heart.
I don't just understand that scenario.
No, the scenario is wanting to good. If you are wanting to do a good thing in a very bad way, it ends to be bad. The essence of that is bad.
What exactly are you trying to say? It's the simplest thing.
Yeah, very simple thing. Our argument here is this: who is paying for the yellow machine that the government was celebrating even when we were on the port? It's the Liberian people, right?
Of course.
How are the Liberian people paying for the yellow machine? Right? Nobody in the country can tell you how many money on the yellow machine at the port worth. Nobody in the country can tell you. Nobody can tell you.
People watching, the Ministry of Public Works is also part of that.
Yeah.
The Ministry of Finance and also the committee will disclose what was spent to secure the first batch of yellow machines.
And that is where the violation comes in. How will you go to China, bring in yellow machine, finish doing procurement process, the bill of sales, everything, you bring it into the country, and at the end of the day, they say they will tell, oh no, Uriah, this process is unconstitutional. The president has abused the national legislature, and it is so sad that we have the most honest legislature ever in the country history.
You should be very careful with the choice of words. For them. You should be You should be very careful with the choice of words.
When I say honest, it is the inability of the legislature. The other day, we saw Honorable Dixon Sibo complaining how they when they call government officials and they can refuse to show up. You know why? Because the current executive has no regard for the legislature.
So basically, there's a write-up from the deputy speaker. I do believe you read that write-up.
Yeah.
Saying that the arrival of those yellow machines will have some kind of economic benefits to the Liberians. Do you agree with him?
Hey, the very fundamental thing is...
Do you agree with the former citizen now a supporter of the United Party?
The particular post and statement from Deputy Speaker Thomas Pagan Fala is an evidence of how honest the current 55th legislature is. That's my point. What kind of country will be in that the first branch of government is not aware on a procurement of such a machine? I can speak to you now.
The legislature, I'm not saying except whereas you wanting to provide a communication of which the legislature, which the first branch of government in Liberia, I've come out to say that, hey, we're not aware of all the procurements of these other machines, what has it been done, all of those other machines, how it's been done. we have not heard or we have not seen any communication for.
I read the constitution
For the listen, we have not read or heard about any communication coming from the 55th National Legislature.
Yes.
Saying that they're not aware of the procurements of those yellow machines. So I will say that the legislature is not informed when they have not come up any rebuttal or debunking or coming to say no. One of the red checkpoints since this yellow machine due, we have been hearing this and that. We have not, the president have not reached to us or we have not been informed about this. But where are you getting information from saying that the legislators they are not informed?
I am giving you the real debate that people are
not
talking about.
Heard it. We have not heard it. I think the legislature themselves should be coming out to say these things.
No, I'm telling you that this is the most honest legislature. We have a region speaker.
When you have members of the CDC there as well,
the point of contention here is the president and the government have violated the Constitution, Article 34 DI of the 1986 Constitution. How? The president told the Liberian people that he took loan from Echo Bank. I'm very clear here.
I've not heard that. I'll verify for it. I've not heard that.
The president took loan from Echo Bank.
When did he say that?
Huh?
When did he say? No, obviously,
okay.
I've not followed him saying that.
But then to bring you up to speed, at the National Truckers Association inauguration, the president thanked Echo Bank for the loan of the yellow machine. My point of argument is, you are a journalist. Have you asked yourself, have you ever seen in the news when the president submitted the yellow machine loan deal to the House of Legislature for approval? So that is my point of contention. I'm not looking at the classical childishness of people, and you have the whole government now. The whole government, everybody in yellow coat and yellow coat suit. The same people yesterday.
They are saying it is development.
You better listen to me. The same very
I'm not listening. You have people watching, they are listening to you.
And the Liberian people should listen to me. I mean, the same people yesterday who condemned when President Weah and the CDC were building the biggest recreation park in the country history. I mean, the same people yesterday that condemned the construction of 100 million or the 100 bedroom and Emery Hospital in Bapulu County. I mean, the same people yesterday who said that development was useless and that development will eat. So now, for these people now to come,
and you guys are saying the very same thing.
No. For these people
no. For that hold it there.
No.
Since upon the arrival,
so yesterday development was not good, but not development good. I think in my mind that is a magnified madness. Yesterday development not good, but today development good. You cannot be hypocritical to that nature.
So for the you being a citizen, you heading an auxiliary to the CDC.
No, CDC COP is an auxiliary. CDC COP is a supporting partner. And I think it is important for you to know that the CDC COP is not an auxiliary of the CDC.
So what distance bearing the name CDC COP? Because one more thing, it is an auxiliary.
No.
But so what distance that the CDC COP from being an auxiliary to being let's just say the way you are classifying it from being auxiliary to the way you are classifying.
What's the way I'm classifying it? Let me provide this clarity. But it's not even a clarity. It is something that we have said 5 years ago, since the initial formulation of the CDC COP. There is a difference between an auxiliary and a supporting group. For example, an auxiliary is that particular institution that takes mandate from the political party on where to function, on how to function. Meaning the party approves your action. Unlike us, we are an independent group that run our own affair, but supporting cities as the political party. Example, we are EFF or Labrador. The EFF of Labrador, because they are in the United Party Alliance, will you say that EFFL is an auxiliary of United Party? No,
they don't bear any name. What make if you say independent as someone doubt, but that's not the issue. You just have to provide clarity. There are several national issues that I want to talk to. So here's the thing. You being a supporting partner, being an auxiliary, the way you want to say it, I would say I do classify it to be an auxiliary. If you say so, if not auxiliary, I would say supporting partner. But you have seditionists who are now holding this government for developments. Like you have listened to Famo and that George Dankwa. These are strong supporters. You witness them. They compete regularly rigorously for the re-election of the Weah Taylor. And now they are coming to say, hey, we once made an error by supporting Weah, former President Weah. Now we're deeming Nigeria to support this government. Yeah, now you are saying that they are robbery yellow machines. They are now thanking the president for developments. You are saying that it's not something that was
No, the entire yellow machine is unconstitutional. It violates Article 34D out of the Constitution because the president took loan from EcoBank without the approval of the national legislature.
They held their arrival. You do thank the government for the arrival of the yellow machine.
I recognize the government's desire of wanting to procure yellow machine, but it should not be done in an unconstitutional manner. Uriah, just the other day, Mamaka Belete paraded the street of this country. Uriah, what are we forgetting? Mamaka Belete paraded the street of Morovia with yellow machines. Uriah, guess what? Those yellow machines they were transported overnight out of the country. You know what? The act of Mamaka Belete being a liaison of Robert Gabini, who the president wanted to was, it was a gentleman agreement. You're not paying for that. Who saw that letter? There's a gentleman agreement. There's a gentleman agreement regime. Mamaka Belete violated Part 5, Section 47 of the PPCC Act, where she bypassed procurement process. This woman duped the country 80 million.
She allegedly.
No.
Do you have proof?
Eh?
She allegedly. Why you said that? You have noted that several officials of the government, they have been suspended and have been turned over to the LCC for investigation into an alleged corruption saga.
Yeah.
The most recent one you follow the most recent one about Ansu Dole, National Disaster Management Executive Director.
Yeah.
And was laid out. There have been several corruption cases. If you are saying that she was reportedly, allegedly involved in the corruption, I do believe, especially where she works, in the compound of the presidential, in the compound of the presidency, I do believe there will be some steps taken along the way to ensure that to curtail corruption. Whereas the president has been very serious, in fact, establishing the Wars and Economic Crimes Code, the Asset Recovery, all these.
It was summarize that whole thing you thought. Under this regime, corruption has been elevated to a cabinet minister that sits in the cabinet with the president and makes crucial decisions. This is the most corrupt government ever in the history of the country history.
So do you? They were.
I just start naming corruption.
Listen. Listen.
No, listen to me. The action of the president that you want to mention, it is an act of romanticizing corruption. This is the president who he suspended someone. He suspended the former deputy director at the Bureau of State-Owned Enterprises. While the man is under investigation, the president appointed this man as another deputy to ultra privacy. So meaning the man rewarded somebody with corruption.
It was not a deputy, it was a director.
No.
The deputy for administration, then went in the capacity to serve as acting DG.
Yes.
And then after that, there was a reshuffle made.
Exactly.
A reshuffle made quite reason that brought the current minister of youth and sports.
And he was under suspension. And under the same suspension, he was sent again at the LBR-Radio. That is a gross violation. There's the same president who awarded Miata Formula. Miata Formula is still under investigation for 650,000. So the most no. I gotta end on the top. The most disorganized inauguration. There's an inauguration where the president was even incapacitated to end his speech. The president feared or the president fainted on his inauguration because there were no fin. But guess what? The president asked for an investigation.
Is that an issue of that? Is it an issue of that?
No.
Should it be an issue?
Eh?
Should it be an issue?
How will it not be an issue that somebody is under investigation since January 2024?
No, you talking about the president falling down so far. Should it be?
It is the most disgraceful event.
Didn't you see quite recent ago the Nigerian president? What happened to him? It is self-status. It happens to Edinburgh.
Also, we have a country that our president in foreign competition.
No. But I'm saying it's self-status. It is self-status.
It tells you that this man is unfit. It tells you that this man has capability. It's questioned.
For on the last part, do you agree that your government was corrupt?
Let me say this to you. For anyone to want to have a conversation on a government not being corrupt, that person is a serious hypocrite. I'm not. The CDC administration has so many challenges, and corruption was one of them.
So do you?
But
Yeah,
President, we have took steps.
No,
President, we have took steps. Evidential steps
No, not
to address these challenges.
Now as compared to the Union Party government,
No.
steps been taken.
No.
You see people complain. No. Let me honest now. No, you have people following for it. Let me honest. We have to go. Let me honest. You heard Liberians complain about having McCarthy then. You even have seditious now, the Mad Doko. They are calling on the LCC to prosecute. But you had the issue of having McCarthy, former minister Samuel Twe, who is now at the Supreme Court. You have a case there. You have the issue of former minister Natana Magen, now senator. These people were allegedly involved in the corruption of which are led to the sanction by the American government. So don't you agree? You're saying that corruption is one of the major factors under your government. So if do you agree that your government was corrupt?
Like I told you, the CDC administration has numerous challenges. Those challenges were addressed in part, and that is why the differences and weaknesses of yesterday. So your question today in this region, under this administration, corruption is a cabinet minister. That is the highest level to tell you how corrupt this government is.
So you saying that
no, no evidence. Before the president comes to power, before the president comes to power, Sylvester Grisby, the chief of staff of the president, this man took over 500,000 to purchase.
Allegedly.
Will.
You talk about the issues, the corruption allegations.
No, don't say alleged for me.
On NASCO.
No,
but for the sake of the sacred of the platform. No, for the sake of the platform.
You can't say alleged for me because you know what? If there is any form of legal process, it will be on me, Raya.
No, for the sake of the platform.
No,
for the sake of the platform.
You saw the letter from Amarakone for taking 500,000 to purchase a president of Vilogo for a civilian. At that time, he wasn't even a president. So you see the fact?
So lastly, let's just take your last
privacy. So meaning, you know what?
Do you agree
for the election to be organized? The current Chief Justice, there is stability, there is danger, there can lead to war. The most important thing in a democracy, even if you look at the factors, even if you look at the broad factors of production, you get land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. All of those other factors cannot exist without the premises of land.
How do you term the current ongoing demolition exercises in the country? How do you term it? How do you describe it?
It tells you that the government is heartless, the executive has connived with the judiciary.
These are all allegations.
No. You listen to Mo Ali. Mo Ali says somebody called him and told him that one of the Sagogo judges hold money and they gave him land deed. And somebody could report it to Mo Ali. Mo Ali is on audio of doing that. It is fact. He's on audio. So I'm not telling you that the current Chief Justice, if care is not taken, he might lead this country to war. Because you see, some of these land cases, they are very stupid. It made no sense. It made no sense for somebody to say 50 years ago, he only or 500.
But it is possible.
Eh?
It is possible.
Where is the Moradi? They will not produce the Moradi.
I'll show you for the.
In Satan, as I speak to you now, in Satan, guess what? Eric Floyd Nambe is not even the owner of the land where the people purchase millions worth of horses, goods, and services were damaged. Guess what? Eric Nambe cannot even show the person he bought the land from. He said time. But at the end of the day, they seem very cold. So what led to the court writing a writ to demolish the area?
So lastly, in the president's State of the Nation address to the 55th National Legislature, he mentioned that in 2 years, in nearly 2 years, his government has created around 70,000 jobs. Lastly, there's a last end from me. There's a last question from my end. Then we close on this. Do you agree that the president, in his nearly 2 years, did create or sounded approximately 700,000 jobs for the Liberians?
On the last time I checked, over 90% of the population in this country is jobless.
Where's the statistics for it? Where's your own statistics? So you have if you see these things, it should be reference to sources, because these are numbers. You have a wide audience. You don't just sit and say 90%.
Everything that I say to you,
where's the source?
It's on the basis of the evidence and the fact. What's the total wage bill in the country?
Say, tell me. You gotta tell me.
It's less than 70,000. Around 63,000 people. I order.
I haven't caught up with the new time.
The Bible for ourselves, because I don't want to go there and say my imam didn't tell me the other thing. No. But so here we are. Thank you very much. What time is it now? Have you broken your fast?
No, I am in I think Central Time. So yeah, so we're a bit delayed. And just going back to just the different time zones again, you're gonna have say some people I know in green light time breaking before, and then you have others like following. You have some people only have to hold 8 hours, and others having to wait for 22 hours. I know when I lived in Europe, we had like 21-hour days, while the people in Africa were breaking just after 7 hours or after like 8 hours. And so yeah, not yet.
Okay, great. Well, hopefully we can talk a little. When I was talking to you, I thought actually you were in Liberia, but you're in Central Time, so that means it's about 4:18 where you are. And
besides the 1,000 plus jobs to be drivers, business venture that will go along those roads. Those are job creation by people. You have farmers taking their produce from the farm to the market without being afraid that their farm produce is going to get rotty on the road. Those are all job creation. Because if your farm produce is damaged because of bad road, you risk a lot of stuff. But when your farm produce reach to the market, people that buy those things, besides buying for consumption, people can also process those farm produce into additional finished product. That's also job creation. For example, cassava. People can make flour out of cassava. People can make bread out of cassava. That's job creation.
Let's go back to McLean's argument about the youth empowerment here. We understand what the yellow machine going to do. Now, do you have questions for him? The youth empowerment. You say it seems to be that the government have forgotten the youth, and the youth is the bareback now of what is happening in our country today. For me,
you can't criticize the bringing of yellow machine on the basis of youth are not empowered. I disagree with that other argument. You got different sectors to take care of the education. For example, the education ministry, the youth and sport ministry, to have programs for the youth. So we should be pushing those entities to deliver. But we can't say yellow machine coming, you've not empowered, so it had no impact on the country. I disagree with that kind of argument. We can't make this kind of argument. For example, we have been pushing the education ministry to sort of include vocational training in grade schools from 7th grade to 12th grade. If you have that as part of the program, but all those multilateral schools that were built by Turbo across the country, they were built for that capacity to have both academic and vocational training side by side. So when you graduate,
how would this yellow machine change history about youth empowerment? That's what we're talking about. We know about MVTC. We know about the education. Now, don't tell us about that. Let's bring how would this yellow machine, you want to sell this yellow machine story to the youth in the country. And the argument that Rena is making This is far away from the youth. And he went as far as talking about Tauber, talking about Doe, talking about Chastero, that youth have been forgotten. If this is a win-win situation for Unity Party, how can they convince McLean and those that follow him, those youth that eating in Laba Bido, that this yellow machine is in the country to help them and transform their life? How can you tie these things together, Phoebe?
There are many young people that are learning auto mechanic. So that's an opportunity for them directly. There are many young people that are learning masonry and engineering. When you talk about road construction, that's also an opportunity for them. There are many young people that go into agriculture. When the road is fixed, they have opportunity to make their farm and get their produce to the market. That's opportunity for them. There are many young people that are into petty trade and other businesses. When the roads are fixed and connected, they have the opportunity to open businesses along the road to get employed. That's opportunity for many young people. The people that are going to build hotels, for example, on the major highways, they're not going to employ 60, 70-year-old men and women to go work there. That young people are going to employ. When people build hospitals along those places, they're going to employ young people to go and work there. They're not going to build a 70-year-old doctor.
Thank you, Phoebe. Kefigo, let's hear you, Kev. And thank you, Phoebe. The reason, listen, he's a youth activist, and we brought him in because his messages is resonating and all that. A lot of people following him, Kev. But some kind of strange message he putting out there that they are forgotten about we the youth. And I think for both opposition and imposition, they got to take this message and find a way to convince him and his follower how they are part of the discussion, not actually forget them. They eat from Lapa Bido, they are nobody. These are the people that will be voting 2029. And that's what I thought it was, to bring him in, that we can hear them and hear them all. Kev Hassan, his message, what say you?
Yeah, let me say this to you. Thank you, Stanton. Hi to everybody. You see, these are some of the things that the Unity Party don't want people to listen to understand, to hear what McLean is saying. They're using the yellow machine to cover up the failure, serious failure. Stanton, McLean says 60 or 60-something% of the population are youth. You're talking about 1,000 people in that amount. And you could call it creating jobs. Those people you're talking about bringing the goods to come to sell in Monrovia. People get money to buy. What the marketeers are saying, it's the worst time ever in a long time that they can't even sell. They can't even sell. Where they're taking money? Are they yellow? Are the trucks gonna be free to bring people goods? No, they will pay. But if nobody buying their goods, what good the yellow machine or the trucks will be? So they don't want to hear what McLean is saying. It's the most important thing. The youth, the rescue message, the agenda is being covered by this yellow machine. They want you to be blind. Oh, yellow machine, come here, bringing development. Development where? You're not developing the minds of the people. You get a university, $250,000 to pay for that university were closed. Look at the building. Go to Top Manhattan. Look. But they want to fool you. They want to use this yellow machine as the ticket to 2029. Say, yellow machine, yellow machine. You see it on the road. But look today. Demolishing people's homes. People are sleeping. People on the street. People are crying. No jobs. Then you come and tell us yellow machine will fix the road. Yellow machine will fix the road. Who driving on that road? No jobs. Who will be driving on that road? This is sad. I think what Michael said, I listened to it this morning. And I shake my head. I said, the part that Unity Party don't want people to listen. They don't want it. I know they will try to make my claim to cover up tomorrow. I know they want to silence him because he can't on spoon. They want to call him, talk to him, a man, what can we do, and other things. But my claim, and let me ask you this, my brother, if they call you tomorrow, because Unity Party people, this yellow machine is ticket for them. They call you tomorrow, want to quiet you down and give a sales story to you because they will tell it to you. What will you say to them?
So, thank you, Brother Kevasan. So, for the record, let me state that I am the staunch supporter of the rescue mission. As a matter of fact, the record is that I, at no point in time, no single individual who fought consistently the CDC government from the liberation of the masses for this United Party to come to power more than I do. My blood wasted in public glare, and it was soaked on the sword of Liberian on many occasions. So as a matter of fact, we remain a supporter of this rescue mission, but we should say the hardcore truth because thousands of youth depend on what we will say on a daily basis to elevate their life. Like people that Fubi here says something which I want to quickly rub over. He says they will be training 1,000 people. Why you never set up a program for the people to be in power prior to the machine arrival? Then you are telling us the machine have arrived. So it means the machine will be packing, and then the people that you'll be, the 1,000 people that you'll be training, they will be waiting after the training before the machine start to do well. No, that propaganda cannot work here with some of us who understand our
propaganda.
It don't work with us.
That's right.
It don't work with us. Mr. Spoon, if you were to look at the historicity of government that lost the people mandate, it is because of the youth. It is because of the youth. When Topman failed to empower the youth at the time, the youth stand against him. When Tobo brought on a fake policy by investing into foreign investment and abandoning the youth on a daily basis, it was the youth who stood up against him. Though you can leave them. Today, it is an excellency. President Joseph Human Baka, who have abandoned the youth holistically. Take the microphone down one side to the girls that is selling on a daily basis to just find food to eat. Take the microphone to the Zogo that is stopping car, loading car for people to get in. Take the microphone to the commerce who pushing Mowa on a daily basis water just to survive. Take the microphone to people who survive on sugar king and listening to the story on a daily basis. And then you come to us and say yellow machine will ease that. No, it's a contradiction. It's not what
Senator, let me ask Mr.
No, let me finish. I beg you, Jefferson Chelsea have not spoken. I beg you, Chief. Hold on 1 minute. I want you to finish. I mean, we brought him for us to have a sincere conversation. Before Jefferson comes, let me ask you my claim. What do you want this government that you supported to do now? Since we have the yellow machine in the country. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, so there are a few things that I want for the government to strategically do now. One is provide the opportunity for the youth to be in power. How can this government provide the opportunity for the youth to be in power? Mr. Spoon, we never put up for this government to come with excuse. No. We never put up for this government to tell us here, oh yeah, the yellow machine here will create a short-term job.
So we understand that. We listen to you. What can this government do now?
So we want the government to create a company in all of the various counties across the country. Be a rest company, be a rubber company, be a slipper company, be a what kind of company, so our youth in those counties can be in power on a daily basis. We want for the government to focus on the education sector too also. That will help us to improve our capacity as a young people. Few days from now, the University of Liberia will be putting on graduate. They will graduate from the University of Liberia. They will go back to the community with no job to do on a daily basis. No job to do. They will just sit in the community in the morning. They wake up, they play Lulu, they play this, play that. Some of them will become Zogo. Because of no empowerment.
Still not truth in your bottom here, so.
Empowerment to do for the youth is to create companies that will come in and invest. Yeah. What the essence of bringing a handful of machine and saying the other, in fact, the machine will help to create job. No, it's a cliche, Mr. Spoon. We need companies. We need companies here in this country.
But so, and I know I got to hold you, but let me bring in Jefferson. I'm getting information that you got to leave. I mean, someone just texted me. Are you leaving?
I'm leaving.
Yeah, they say you should be leaving studio. Are you leaving?
Why would I leave studio, Mr.
Okay,
Spoon?
thank you very much. Thank you, because it just texted me. I hope not. Because we want to engage you.
See the propaganda of the Unity Party?
We want to engage you. So I beg you, stay in the studio.
What's going to actually make
listen.
This is aimed to disrupt this program because this boy is speaking truth to power. That's a Unity Party tactic.
Mr. Jackson, let me
handle this thing. No, Stanton how to handle this thing.
Stanton, go ahead. It's outlining the problem. You're asking for a solution for the problem.
Let's go. Let's get.
I knew that yellow machine will turn everybody upside
Thank you, Stanton. Good evening to all the panelists. So, Stanton, I listened to McLean, and he's making a lot of sense. For example, the Unity Party did not promise the Liberian people that they will bring 285 machines to create jobs. No, they promised that they will create companies. They will bring investment that will create jobs for the ordinary Liberians. That's what they promised, and they lied about that. They failed on every front. Secondly, bringing yellow machines. Look, Stanton, initially, you had two other yellow machines that one of Baka friend was giving it to him free of charge. You lied that you're going to buy it for 81 million. You lied about everything. You took the entire steam for all of the procurement of the yellow machine. You lied so much about the machine. Everything surrounding the machine was lies and lies and lies. So finally, the machine came attention to you again. But the arrival of the yellow machine does not relieve the people from Phoebe Hospital. It has not done that. It has not improved the livelihood of the ordinary Liberians since the machines arrived in this country.
So when CDC brought the 47 machines to
prices on the market are not going down.
How did it make any change for the Liberian people?
So the machine is not going to change anything. The people's life will still remain the way it was or even get worse. But let's leave that. This government has allocated almost all the money in the road sector to buy the machine. How are you going to maintain a machine? Do you know contractors at the Ministry of Public haven't gotten paid since they have contracts ongoing? Some of them to do work. No money at the Ministry of Public work. Road are using all the money to pay the advance payment
sure that
for
they
this
are men and
is that how you run government? Because you lied that somebody was going to give me back 285 machines free.
Why are you lying to
that was a lie?
Jefferson?
You insisted that you have to buy that 285
or you never heard that
information because you initially lied about it. So you see what lies can do for the whole government? You put so much pressure on the government because they lied to Liberian people saying that one of Baka friend is giving him 285 machine free. Now the machine didn't come. Won't give you
Morris,
back on a darkness.
For sure, they have forgotten when they were in power.
To buy
Definitely, they have forgotten
that they don't even have use for. Trust me, the system is not even built to maintain 285 machines. Do you know what goes into the logistics of maintaining 285 machines? Like those machines that broke down in Lofa County that Bwaka were overseeing, this is what's going to happen with these machines.
You know, the thing here,
6 months from now, all the machines will be broken down.
Morris, my
Do you know
brother,
how much
is
it
that
costs to repair or maintain one
they have
backhoe, or
forgotten
one
when they were in
excavator,
power.
or one compactor?
They
You know how much
brought
it costs to maintain?
47.
What are you going to be
According
doing
to the
with
record
building
of
roads?
those same machines,
You have crippled the entire infrastructure sector of the government
some
because
other
you want to buy
equipment
25
like
machines to
bulletproof
justify
car
your life.
and all the stuff there
So
for
you
George
took away the
Weah.
steam. There's no
Immediately
excitement about the
they
machine
knew that they
again.
were losing
No
out of the
excitement. Only
election.
government official you see
They started
posting it around.
dismantling
How
those
can the whole
machines,
government
crush
shut
them
down because
into
you brought
Ivory Coast
50 pieces of yellow
and
machine?
selling them.
I mean, they tell you
So
that
they
the government
asked them
has
to
no
show a
vision.
tangible
They
of
have no
those machines that
alternative.
none
They
could
just
do.
use anything to cover up their failures.
Now on top of it,
and this is why you see people
the
are
Chinese said that
mad
they
about
are
bringing
going
in
to
yellow
have
machines.
their
People are not
workers
happy.
cement in
Only
the
government
country
official you
for the
see
next
passing around
3
happy.
years.
The ordinary people are
Training and
not.
making sure
The people that selling
that,
down water on the
of
streets,
course,
the people lives are
you
not going
have
to change because of yellow machine.
operatives of those
They're not going to
machines.
change.
You
The
think
cost
the
of
government is
commodities in
stupid?
the market are not going
You
to
think the government will
change
sit down
because
there
you
and
brought
just bring
50
such
pieces of yellow
equipment in
machine.
the country and
They're not
nobody
going
to
to
operate
change.
it?
The
Nobody
condition
to-
in our hospitals are not going to change.
Why you
Women
guys
will still
playing
be giving birth on the
politics?
street because you don't have beds in the hospital. You know, the
Okay,
government
thank you.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me bring in Cassidy. He have not spoken, and then we'll do another round starting with Jacob. We appreciate you coming in studio, McLean. I have a lot of questions for you concerning the way forward, right? We understand yellow machines around the table, but let's bring in Mobat Cassidy. Mobat, welcome to the show. Mobat, welcome to the show.
Thank you, CEO. You know, I first want to take this to the country. It's not entirely a bad thing. It is very important that to bring some form of relief to our people throughout the country. We know the issues of road.
No, I think we have a problem with your
problem.
With your internet.
But when you go just beyond the show of the yellow machines, you want to ask fundamental questions because governments before this government have brought in huge equipments like that. By the end of the day, it's not up in the country. How are you going to sustain those things? Those are questions you want to ask. Because Stanton, I heard you trying to sentimentalize essentially people's legitimate.
Are you listening to something as mobile? Do you have something on
of the country now?
Mobile, do you have something on? Are you listening to something else?
This line is very bad.
All right. So Jacob, let's bring you in. Take it away, Jacob. Maybe
yes.
I can make some adjustments.
Yes. I will do some quick fire points here at once. So first of all, we talk about maintaining this equipment. Stanton, do you know why Meta Steel, a multi-billion-dollar corporation with expertise in managing large projects in Liberia, do you know why they stopped bringing their own equipment in the country and started outsourcing and getting private vendors to supply equipment, trucks and excavators? You know why? As efficient as a private corporation is, because it is almost an impossible task to efficiently run an operation of that magnitude of equipment. I am very hesitant, and this is not to say that I don't want this thing to. I want this thing to succeed. I can tell you, I'm one person who is pro-Liberia. I want United Party to develop the country and turn the country to Dubai. I'll be happy. Because if Liberia prosper, the first set of people who get rich in Liberia will be the most educated, the most well-off people like some of us. So we'll benefit from that prosperity. So I'm not against the development and transformation of Liberia. I support it any day. But what I'm telling you is some of us are skeptical because government of Liberia does not have the history of being efficient operators of delicate logistics and tasks like this. Look at our public corporation, look at our SOEs. Our SOEs are some of the worst performing public corporations you can think about anywhere in the world because it is government are running that. MPA, LBR-Radio, all the public corporate, LEC, over 60% of all power they produce at one point in time is stolen because of inefficiency in the public sector. Then you get government and politicians managing.
So because of that, the government shouldn't try to
no, I'm saying I would have expected a more creative approach to that. For example, if Musa Bede and CMC is running government, we're not going to do that. We're going to solicit a private sector player. We'll build private sector platform. We'll get the politicians out of it, and we'll efficiently operate it so that these machines will last, so that this machine will be productive. So at one point there, just a recommendation, the government can think about it, they can do whatever, but that's my opinion. Number two, McLean said something in his audio, and he's made some beautiful points. Why do you think other government officials are celebrating or on Facebook about the importation of yellow machines? Look, let's be clear here. This country has an unemployment issue. This country has an issue where people are miserable, people are hungry, people are destitute, people are hopeless. The government should not make the message, and as a message, the government try to send Sunday that bringing 286 yellow machine will solve all the problem in this country. No. And that's the reason why many people on the street say, yeah, you brought yellow machine, we see it. But we still have issues. Don't make it appear like yellow machine arriving and we're going to have. McLean made the point. We need factories. We need to expand agriculture. We need jobs. We need income. People are hungry and miserable in this country. No opportunity for work. If you don't live here, it's difficult sometimes to know that reality, but it is the reality on the ground. So when I saw McLean raising the issue, he raised a perfect issue. Bring yellow machine, yes. But the government should not send a wrong message, because see, all the government officials are wearing yellow, the public officials are wearing yellow, the president bringing yellow, as if to say yellow machine here, the job issue, the unemployment issue is going to be, so it's a wrong message to send across. So, and I agree with McLean when he raises that issue clearly on that part. The next thing is that, yes, you bring a yellow machine, but if the income of the people improve, they get a job. Who around that road? It will be someone who can afford car to around the road. What will be the value to the generality of the population? That's an issue. And the last point I'd like to make before we move forward is that, you see, we have the last 20 years. I'm a development specialist. I've been doing development work here for the last how many years. There's certain fallacy in Liberian development context for the last 20 years. Stand on, let to prove yet. And the fallacy is that we believe that if we build road. I'm not saying I'm against we should build road. My part is building road, but it's a fallacy to believe that just that building road to connect one part of the country to another part of the country means it will create economic prosperity. That's false. It's not true. It may be theoretically true, but practically not true, because the Liberian economic situation is very unique. The fundamental Liberian economy is weak. In certain economic jurisdictions, if you do that, it will create growth. But not so in Liberia. I'll give you one example. We built a road from ELBR junction. Man, I'm selling a road to Buchanan.
But you know, I think something is happening. Seriously, no disrespect to you, Jacob.
No, but let me finish now.
No, Jacob. I think you're wasting my time. Jacob, no disrespect.
Completely.
So you are saying because it didn't happen in the past. You are saying because it didn't happen in the past. Because people supported in the past. Because it was bad in the past. So the government shouldn't try. And that's your reliance. That's your reliance.
I'm not saying the government shouldn't try, but the government doesn't have to try blindly. We are educated people. You can go be doing the same thing. What can we say? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Are crazy there.
How can you say the government is trying blindly? The government set a committee. People are working. People are saying yes, the thing will go. It never even touched the ground yet. They are hiring people. They say the government is operating blindly. Come on. I think we should go back to my clean argument here. Because all the other 3 points you lay on my man, if I were Musa Benete right now, I would be concerned. Because
stand on. I know you're joking, but let me be serious.
No, I'm serious. I want to say a 3 point.
Even my very self, I'm concerned about the nonsense he's talking.
Government has not done a great job to run ventures that they efficiently. Argument that true or a lie?
The lie.
Oh, but you, the same person here, have been beating on SOEs and said that they're not performing.
I agree. Well, we get reason that SOE can do better if they try to do better. The government is trying. But it shouldn't be our past to justify our present and future because of the failure in the past. Okay? I mean, how can you make that argument?
No, the failure in the past. Yeah, no. I'm not saying this could work. It may work. I'm not saying it's going to fail. It may work. It could work.
It may
but
work.
There is an analysis show. We're analyzing. I'm telling you that we have had history of this thing not working before. So probably they can use that.
When they judge, we have time it did not work.
But I want to make my last point, so I will shut up. At least other people talk. And that last point was that government need to be very intentional about job creation. The government cannot assume, we from the CMC, that's our opinion, the government cannot assume that just by building road means automatically by itself we will get the prosperity that we seek. We should build the road, and we must build the road, and CMC, we are building roads. However, we should also do the other things that we need a full package. We need to be deliberate about expanding opportunity for agriculture, expansion of access to credit, and all the other things that need to be done to expand private sector opportunity and job, like McLean have said. That's my point.
Thank you. You know, when Musa is doing the same thing, you cannot push this thing too far. Check out. Because your political leader is doing exactly what this government is doing. Building bridges, building roads, talking about connecting. You cannot push it too far.
No, that's why we're with the government action, but we're making a recommendation and putting out.
Let me just make a clarification, Stanton.
Yes.
Stanton, let me make a clarification. Let me make a clarification, Stanton. Stanton, there's no way that you can equate the private efforts of a political leader of a party trying to solve real problems with an inefficient, corrupt, and nihilistic methods of a failed government. You can't compare that. Look, the reason why John Musa, because Musa has a private sector development plan to convince me to be a part of him.
Samuel Jackson, you're a big hustler. That's all. You lie. You're just a smooth talker and a big hustler. You lie.
Private sector development, and for people like McLean Renner.
You're a smooth talker and a big hustler.
And economic
Samuel Jackson, you lying.
Your country is completely, the economy at the top is extremely good, dominated by foreigners and others. 100,000 Fula businesses, 4,000 Lebanese businesses, and everything at the top. The mining, 15 supermarkets on Tottenham Boulevard. They're expanding, eastward towards Roberts Field. They're buying and leasing all the land there. Whereas West Point, Nukutan, Zorgowi, and the place that McLean ate today, near the Lapido shop, continue to live in abject poverty. That is the issue for Liberians. It's not about yellow machines. Fine, you can be yellow machine. And Jacob, you made a fabulous point. If you look at the road from Cotton Tree to Buchanan, look on both sides of the road. What economic activities are on that road? And you're right. There is no direct correlation between the building of roads and economic development in the context of Liberia. Okay? What is the economic and social rate of return that you expect from bringing in 285 yellow machines? What's the project document? Show me the river-access component of that development plan where you're going to increase production of what? Go to Grand Cru, go to River G, go to any county and tell me, if you build a road, what will come after the road? What economic growth corridors you're going to be creating? We didn't go to school for somebody to come and tell me you bring in 285 yellow machines, you don't have a fleet maintenance in place, you don't have a project document in place, you don't have an implementation strategy in place, you don't have fuel depot in place, you don't have anything in place, you just bring the machine, you haven't trained the people yet. McLean said,
you don't know whether they have it in place.
Let me finish that up. They don't have it in place. They said they will train people. That's exactly what McLean said. Let me finish. McLean said they will train people. I mean, the machines will be sitting out here for the next 6 to 9 months until you can train a force to maintain. Let them give me a list of who the maintenance people are. Give me a list of 285 trained operators. Let them give me a list of all of the things that they have. As a taxpayer,
as a taxpayer, we deserve that. Show us the project document. This 285 yellow machine, Stanton, you know, and I know the origin of it from Robert Gumeri. It was his idea. You know, Robert Gumeri is a good friend of my wife. You know that. And I'm going to put a picture of us. I'll send it to you. Okay. He told me today that the government is using his project idea. They're not even tweaking it. He said that to me today. The government doesn't have it. That's why I can stand here and say the government does not have a project idea, original of its own, on how to implement this 285 yellow machines. They don't have it. What is the warranty for those things? How many hours the Shantui people are warranting these machines? How many hours? What is the training? What is the training facilities to train the thousands of operators? If you think you're just training drivers, you have to train mechanics, you have to train all kinds of specialized people. Where are the spare parts associated with this? Where are you going to store these spare parts that they're not going to be pillaged? Where? For God's sake, we want the yellow machines, but please admit that you don't have a plan. You're developing a plan, and when you develop a plan, you will give us that plan to assuage us our.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go back to McLean, and we'll bring in Conor Gray because Conor Gray got a lot of questions.
I need my time back.
Yeah, but man, we're not happy with that internet thing. We'll get to you after Conor Gray.
So, Stanton, McLean is going to outline problem. We're talking about solution here.
Yeah, but we gotta hear from.
You want to go back to him and listen to some problems?
Yes. Then we'll come to you for the solution. McLean, so let's bring you on, right? So again, you said that you voted for President Bouakai at the time, Ambassador Bouakai. You share your blood, your sweat, and I just want to know this, McLean. What really you want to make you happy?
Thank you, Mr. Spoon. First of all, let me begin by saying that as a young man, as a youth, speaking for over a million of youth, you cannot intellectualize hunger. You cannot intellectualize hunger. You cannot. At no point in time, you can intellectualize hunger. What the young people of this country is facing, if we say supremely, if we say late and not raising our voice just because we supported the rescue mission, history will never vindicate us. That's why, Mr. Spoon, if you were to listen to me directly, I'm a young man that want for the government to succeed. I'm a young man that want for the government to perform holistically. I'm a young man that want for the government to focus on youth empowerment. Today, if you listen to the president on a message, he stated that over 70,000 youth got short-term, middle-term job. Oh yes. Some people argue that. It is truth. It is an act of reality. No. Someone asked for solution. The only solution to this problem is creating uncountable companies that will be able to absorb majority of the youth in various sectors. With all of the experience that His Excellency President Joseph Imam Bouakai came with to the table, we have gone 3 years now. There have not been a single company that His Excellency has brought in this country that can absorb at most 2,000 youth. There's a challenge out there. I stand to be corrected, but I remain unbendable and unchangeable in my quest. His Excellency cannot say to me that 2,000 company, 2,000 employment. You go at the labor ministry there, minister there is selling work permit to foreigners. The last time I checked, total, it will run to, well, yeah, they were drilling oil, but there's no job creation for our youth. What are we saying?
Let me hold you quickly before Brother Greg jump in. 10,000 youth trained on a youth and sport. What say you concerning that? Did the government actually train 10,000 youth? You remember the program the president was about?
I've been one person on record that I've challenged that number, 10,000 youth that have been trained. I challenge that number. I challenge that number to the 4 years. And since I challenged that data up to now, the government have not come out one day to disprove our challenge. They call all floating pavement intellectual, but yes, we are satisfied with the name. We are okay. That's why we don't brag. We are courageous in our spirit to say the hardcore truth that is affecting thousands of men of masses across our country.
Have the leadership ever called you, call your team, call your youth to talk to you guys and listen to you guys? Some President Barker was voted in. Have they spoken to you and to address your concern and your followers?
At no point in time, I am nobody. In politics. I'm a student of political science at African Medical University. I understand that things will happen. The president cycle is so much. I will leave a video with Nelson in a 2-minute video where I am President Barker sitting convincing me to vote for him at the house.
Send a video that Nelson put it up. Let's play. But let me ask you a question. Have you spoken to anyone now or post-election?
On what post-election? When
have you spoken to anyone with the leader, the Unity Party leadership post-election?
Yes, Mr. Spoon. I have a lot of big brothers. I have a lot of people in the Unity Party leadership. We meet, we talk. They know my stance. They know that I'm a young man that believes in the masses. I always put the masses' interest above my personal interest. It is not about what I have or what I can do, but it's about what thousands of people are going through on a daily basis. Are you aware that, Mr. Spoon, my place got broken down the other day? I never posted it on social media that I was one of the victims.
What you mean got broken down? What you mean?
Some of the invasion that took place on 6th Street. Senator, I'm a victim. I've never posted that on social media, and I decided not to put it. It's my first time saying it. Yeah. But yes, indeed, we are still courageous supporting this government, and the government don't want to support with the young people. No, it's a contradiction. We cannot go through this one cycle at this point in time of this country.
Were you offered a job? Were you offered a job in the government?
At no point in time I have been offered a job. At no point in time I have been offered a job.
Let me bring in Colonel Gray and bring in the guys. Stick with us, please. I don't know who saying that you have to leave. I don't know, but again, stick with us if you can. A very interesting conversation. I love tapping into the youth. I want to hear more about the youth engagement. This too is Liberia. With all the youth, there will be no one in Liberia will be an elected president. So what you bring to the table today, I really do appreciate. And to tell you the truth, I'm one of your biggest fans. I follow you a lot. I listen to you. And you are encouraging my resolve, seriously. And I appreciate that. Colonel Gray.
Well, Stanton, talk is cheap. I've heard people say it can happen if it's the CMC, because they alone have this huge economic package to transition the country. People who have been in government forever, they are the ones that got a new solution now. You know, the thing about it is that you have to be able to give me a chance, my friend. You're one of those. You've been around government for as long. You told Samuel Doe the same thing. You told Samuel Doe.
When you lie, I will correct you.
Are you disturbing me? I will correct you. You told Samuel Doe the same thing. You spent less than a year in government. You got kicked out.
When you are lying,
you come back around Musa.
I spent 3 years.
No, 1 year, less than 1 year, you were kicked out. You are kicked out less
Yeah,
than
so
1 year.
I was kicked out, so
You
what?
poisoned
Okay,
the
but I
mind.
didn't spend 50 years.
My friend, let me
I didn't
talk.
spend 50 years.
Let me
I didn't
talk.
spend 50 years.
Let me tell you.
So don't lie. Admit that you lied.
For the
Admit
years
that
of
you
summer
lied.
though,
Admit that
only
you
less
lied.
than a year
Admit
they
that you
found out that
lied.
you had nothing to offer. Mr.
But yeah,
Jacob Dallas
that's
said,
right, because I'm a
if
stupid man.
Musa is
But
giving
he's
those
been better for
machines,
50
it will
years.
produce results. You understand? So, but let's go ahead. McLean is saying they're build company. They're build company. People don't just build company. I'll tell you what. When Paul Kagame took over Rwanda, he started with ICT. It's a cell phone. And that brings me, to the idea of Rostov stages of growth. Think about it. Rostov in the 60s came up with a model that you can start with anything. Right now, if you muster 2,000 youth standing up, maybe not even a third of that group of people will have the skill to even go to work. Some people are not even employable.
So what are you saying, Colonel Gray?
No, what I'm trying to say, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance.
You have chance. Just bring us that
just give me a chance. All the noise right now, if you establish a factory, a company, you go to the attire board, you say, who want to work? Most of the people that will come forward are not even employable because they're not even, some of them are not even teachable.
Who's supposed to make them employable now?
No, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. That's the kind of Liberia we have.
No, but don't say give me a chance. Let's talk.
You have to give me a chance.
No. I did the same thing to Jacob. Accept our question and answer it. You are saying they are not teachable, they are not employable, but you got to train them. Who should train them?
That's it. Some people are not even trainable.
But who should train them?
That's why they said 1,000 people will start this ball rolling with that skill. And then they'll transition that.
The argument is that why would the government wait for the machine to come in before training 1,000 people? Can you address that?
Because how can you train people? It's like people coming out of college who don't have a job. The machine was not there. How you train people that are not people who are ready to work and no job?
Oh, so that's why they waited for the machine. So now the machine was sitting down to be there.
Now you have motive. You have motive to hire people to operate those machines, and now the country will be open up. Think about Dwight Eisenhower. I opened it.
No, I don't know Dwight Eisenhower, my man. I don't like to talk about
it started linking America together. How the farmers started bringing their produce.
Dwight Eisenhower living in Monrovia together. Dwight Eisenhower in Liberia.
Oh yeah, well take Joe Bucker to Dwight Eisenhower. No, Sam, let me talk. Let me talk. We have to be able to relate to history to see what we're doing today. Today's Dwight Eisenhower will be Joseph Buckeye. It's going to use this opportunity to open the country up. McLean, the lights of McLean will leave Monrovia, their table, and go up there to work. That's
Thank you, Colonel Gray. McLean, we got a lot of questions for you, right? And I want to go back to the basic here. I love the fundamental. That, no disrespect to those historians on the show, like Dr. George and the rest of them that would take us back to Socrates. I don't listen. Those are people that had no electricity like we do today, and no energy and no resources that we do today. The period is over. But it's good that y'all remind us about them. Let me talk about my McLean today. McLean, you go to Lapapido. Let me play your video. This is the real you. This is the real you. This is you, like so many McLean out there that look for only the 100 liberty to go buy Lapapido. And when you get children power, you leave your own with God. Because as you eating, they're not eating. You said President Barker, if Nelson can get it ready, we'll put it up. Sat with you. Spoke to you. Like so many Liberian the president spoke to. Do you still have faith in the president that with the less than 3 years left, the president can turn things around? Do you think President Barker can live up to those promises and the belief that you took away from your engagement with him? Do you think this opportunity here for us to stay have hope? Your youth group to stay have hope, McLean?
So thank you. Mr. Spoon, I'm also Mr. Person. I believe that the president can still recalibrate. The president can still perform. The president can still do what he promised the Liberian people, that he will rescue us. Because there are still time. There are still time. My only problem here is, it is those people that are around the president's circle that are filling the president with advices, ill advising him on empowering the youth, with the young people. If you were to look at the president's circle, you will realize that vast majority of those people around the president's circle don't mean well for this country. They don't understand what our brothers from West Point, Nukutan, Klawatan, Dole community are going through on a daily basis. They don't. They eat the expired chicken, they drink the expired juices, they ride the air-conditioned cars on a daily basis. They don't have our time. They leave us to fend for ourselves. Oh yes, His Excellency can do better. There are still time. He can do better, Mr. Spoon. He can. If he can change some of the people in around the circle that is willing to put the country into first and forget about their own ego, then I can believe that in fact the Excellency President Joey Mark Bwaka can perform.
Before Fubi come in and Kev Hassan, 121 to Moba Cassidy, all of them, who are some of those people you think the president should replace that stands as obstacle to his progress? Who are some of those folks?
So as a young man, I believe that there are a lot of people that run the president's circle. And from our observation, once the president had not sailed it in the direction of things that he said prior to the election, it means that the whole cabinet, vis-a-vis his advisor, should be replaced immediately. Because when the president promised us that in fact we will be rescued and then we are not rescued, it means that the people around the president's circle are the main focus.
Name some of them. Name some of your the immediate 5 individuals you think the president should replace.
So I don't want to call names, but you know more than I do. You know that the people around the president's circle that are ill advising the president on youth activities on a daily basis. I don't want to call a name.
People are asking you supported Joseph Yeman Bwaka. Why you didn't support Josh Manawea to re-elect him?
So I saw the older folks with over 40 years of experience in governing circle. I saw the old man with integrity that have served in different places in past government. I saw an old man who is of age that don't have nothing to live for, but just to leave a legacy for the young people. I saw an old man that I believe that he is a father, a mentor to we the young people. He will do everything possible to set the country on the revenue trajectory we live in power. As I worked for the first 2 years of the presidency, yes, I was working for the first 2 years of the presidency. We are in the 3rd year. Will I be wrong? We will find out. And I believe every youth saw that, and that's why they were driven to His Excellency President Joey Mark Bwaka, because they were convinced that no point in time he will leave it. That no point in time he will not leave a legacy for the youth. He will do everything possible to alleviate thousands of youth for all the poverty on a daily basis. So you were convinced. You were convinced. You supported His Excellency, Mr. Spoon. You supported him. Other people on the show supported him. We all were convinced. But all of a sudden, What is happening now? It is a picture of his advisory people around him that you advise him on the youth empowerment. To be precise, the youth empowerment. The youth empowerment is my focus.
So you didn't see that in the former President George Manawera, am I correct?
No, I didn't see that in former President George Weah. But yeah, honestly, I've been one person that I know that his former excellency George Weah had a love for this country. He was a very good man. But the same thing that killed him, people around the circle, is the same thing that is haunting Baga now. And if His Excellency President Jerry Mabaga don't work on his inner circle, his inner circle to rescue this country, trust me, 2029, he will be good out. And let me state there for the record. I just do not political science. Let me go in depth a little bit. 1 minute, we're going to take something. If we realize, Mr. Spoon, the 6 years of President Baga's government, there will not be one by-election will be here. No by-election, major by-election will be here. I'm not talking about the one that transpired in Lima County. But I'm talking the major by-election that will be here to inform what the opposition or the position or whether His Excellency President Joe Baka development measures are resonating with the people or not. So that is a balloon that is hanging because you don't have nothing to macroscopic look at your development while the people are satisfied with them.
Let me bring in Fubi Kef Hassan. You know what, Fubi, hold on. The Cassidy, when he went off, we'll bring you in next, Fubi, please. Cassidy, you go ahead.
Yeah, finally, let justice be done. Thank you so much, CEO. You know,
on our show, man.
There are a couple of things that I thought to outline here. And if anyone, simply because you are in the opposition, will want to condemn everything the government does, then simply you probably don't care about the country that you want to lead. And I will say, as Mr. Cummings will always say, he wants to lead Liberia, but he also wants the government to succeed. Because when the government succeeds, it makes his work, when he becomes president, it makes his work really easy. And the government bringing in the yellow machines, it's something you cannot condemn because it's a really good intention. The intention is really great. And whatever they do, no matter how little they perform in the communities, it's going to bring some form of relief to some of our people. So owing to that fact, you cannot condemn the initiative of the government in its totality. But then there are fundamental questions you want to ask. And I don't want people in the government to always see questions that come from the opposition as an attack. You need to answer us because we as citizens of Liberia, we are not less than you. You're also not less than us. You don't own Liberia better than we, or we don't own Liberia better than you. And when you are given an opportunity to serve, when we question your motives, when you spend public funds, you need to answer to each and every Liberian citizen, regardless of where they stand, who they are. Now, some of the fundamental questions we have are: one, time and again, governments in Liberia do have political projects that are meant to show force at one point, but they never live long. What did Mr. Boakai and the United Party government put in place to ensure that these yellow machines will get on the roads, but they are sustained? What is the duration? Like, how long are these yellow machines operational? What is the depreciation value on these yellow machines? So every day, you tell us if you run these yellow machines, every day we're going to lose, say, $50,000 on these yellow machines. And then it's going to take 20 years before we exhaust all the money we've spent on these yellow machines. That's one thing we need to know, because that's showing accountability. That tells us that, okay, it's going to take 10 years for these yellow machines to operate in Liberia, so that when the next government comes, they can pick up knowing that in 10 years, we're going to run out of 285 yellow machines. And then they can continue the development from there. That's where you're talking about government of continuity or continuous government going along that path. Another question you want to ask, Stanton Waterspoon, is preventive maintenance. You don't take these machines and just throw them on the road. what is the structure put in place to make sure these machines, when they go on the road, there is a schedule, a structure, so that every time they spend 2 months on the road, they come back in the shop, you are repairing them. Not for them to break down in the communities and there's nowhere to go for them. By the time you look, they depreciated. We do not get optimal utility out of the machines we have in the communities. Another thing you want to talk about, if the management.
Baba, thank you. Baba, you are you in Oxford too?
No,
Oxford?
I'm not in Oxford.
Okay. All right. Put your question down, send it to me, and I will send it to Mr. Samuka. Yeah? Let me go back to the bread and butter issue in the country that brought my brother of McLean right now. Yeah. Listen, all these questions are good questions, my man. The yellow machine in the country, you're giving up time for us to see the time frame, the exit date, how long the machine will lay for. It's very interested in that. Baba Cassidy. How long the machine will lay for? Let's find statistic. How many kilometers it's going to drive a day? How many seconds of a second gas it's going to use? Baba, it's not helping your argument yet. The biggest argument here from my claim is that let's see how to transition. But again, thank you very much. I love you too. Like I love 12212. Let me bring you Fubi. You have a member. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's something about we gotta take pen and paper now and write kilometer to centimeter to diameter, the ounce of gas, what are the premium of regular gas they're gonna use, how much you pay for the gas. Listen, let's move on, my man. Anyway. Thank God I just stopped to the bachelor, my man. Maybe I will go for my master there. I will be talking like yo, but it's confusing me. Maybe I want to go for master stuff because you're confusing me now. Yeah, Fubi.
Don't waste your time, CEO of another degree, man. Overrated.
I'll do that again, man. Yeah. Look at my beginner. I get all the double master that they come here to tell Kev how long the trip a gallon would take the machine from Morovia to Foya. Come on, man. That's why. Let's hear you, man.
I can enjoy my man. The minute I was celebrating LBR Airway in the area at the airport. We never saw a letter RRA. And the minute say the command celebrator have yellow machine that touched the ground. Are you kidding me? The minute I was celebrating when the president faced the community road, they were all celebrating. They put out that upgrade monument there. They say when I talk about yellow machine coming, they're going to face road. You guys go be serious.
Fubi, let me make that investment, right? I beg you, Fubi, hold on 1 minute. Let me play this. Fubi, you remember this? So you remember that video, right?
And that is hair factory?
Yeah.
The hair factory, yeah. The hair factory, they never touched the ground in Liberia. And they were all celebrating that, people telling all the yellow machine that we talk about, you see on the ground, they say no. They will not bring job. They will not they will not solve the problem. You guys need to be serious. You guys need to be very serious about the stuff. You won't criticize the government and your job opposition. I have no problem with you guys criticizing the government. But there are some glaring facts that you just can't criticize. You just have to deal with it. The yellow machine just got in the country yesterday. Then you worry about it not being used to face road. You worry about it not being used to create job opportunities. You worry about how long it will last. There are depreciation plan on the books. The government got a depreciation policy. So all of those things are laid down on the books. But there are so many stuff. The issue about 1,000 jobs, 21,000 persons. They got something they call hands-on training. And not every training you do theory. You bring the equipment on the ground, and you teach the guys how to operate the equipment. They're like, so there's a hands-on training. You can't criticize that. You can't say they are wrong. They are wrong for using that approach. I bet you. You can't say they are wrong for using that approach.
You already want to. The men I can start up, but you want to talk fast. Yeah, you tell me like already. You talking? You man, wait. Stop looking here.
Mobile host. You can't be yelling, man. You say you hear.
So there's so many opportunities that comes with development and opening of the roads. Like the CEO said to you, Jacob, you can't be criticizing road when your standard bearer is building road and fixing bridges. You think that's something good to do, but you criticizing the government for doing the same thing. You guys are because the government is doing something that jeopardizes your chances of coming about. So you just have to keep quiet and listen when you are talking. Just keep quiet. So there are a lot of stuff that the yellow machine going to do for the country. All we're going to do is to push the government to deliver. That's a general point, to push the government to deliver. But you cannot say yellow machine cannot do the job. One good paved road can create more than 100,000 jobs. Like I told you earlier, the issue of building, having commercial hub on the road. For you to say you are a development expert and say that road cannot bring development.
No, I never said that.
You should be ashamed to say such on such a platform. So when you build road, yeah, just man, keep quiet. When you build road, the first thing you say the government to open companies all across the country. Who wanna put a big company in a place that low far that cannot have access to paved road to drive their commodities to their goods and services? Who wanna put a factory in Butuo that does not have a paved road? Who wanna put a factory in Bamolu without good paved road? All of these places you need access to good road. The Embryo Hospital is actually building in Bamolu. We have good road. How do you get drugs there? How do you get pregnant women to hospital on time to get safe delivery? How do you get people to go to school on time? How do you get all these things that you do? You need roads.
Fubi, thank you very much.
They call him man over.
Yeah, they made you say that here.
Yeah, I know you guys. I am a military man.
I want to clarify one thing wrong.
The reason why we hold your heart, Mama Cassidy, please keep yourself muted. Your internet is very bad. You cannot just limit the interruption. I'm begging you, Chief. Right? We'll call you in when it's your time to speak, please. Kev, let's hear you. Jacob, you want to respond quickly?
Yes, I want to clarify. First of all, because on the radio and thousands of people listening. And Fubi need to listen well when we're speaking. My first comment, I've said more than 10 times here, that we are back the government action to invest our resources, because these are our resources. We pay for the yellow machines. Let's be clear. We go buy pump, we pay money, road fund are paying for the yellow machines. So I back the government action to invest in yellow machines. I also back the government action to develop our road infrastructure. We in CMC, we live, but we are a development party. We're building roads, we're building bridges. I've never said I'm against the government. So listen clearly. Yeah? Now, I don't know, I don't want to take the other time, but the next point I said, and I need to clarify that I never told you that it is wrong to build roads to places. I told you based on experience that building roads in themselves does not automatically mean it will create the economic prosperity that you assume it will create. I gave you the example on the road from ELW Junction to Buchanan. It has not created hundreds of thousands of jobs as you suggested. Now, it doesn't mean that it can create that job. It means that we need to learn from that experience and know that while we're building roads, we need to develop other ancillary sector, other corresponding sector along the way that will be able to maximize the benefit from roads and economic value from the road. That's what I said. So you understand me ask questions rather than arriving at a conclusion. That was my point. Thank you.
Because he said nothing but same thing.
Man, go sleep, remember. Don't be talking like that. Go ahead. We listen to me what I say. You
let me come in.
Yeah, we got to talk about the MDMC and Minister of Transport, but I really want to push my claim. So let me bring you in. The focus is my claim. It's good to have you, Lafia. Go, but I don't go too far. We'll bring you on. But Kev, let's hear you.
I remember one of the message on the protest June 7 from the Unity Party. I quote, "That row we will eat." You remember that? The Unity Party campaigned on that message, that row we eat, will see we're building the roads. So I don't know why they're coming up with roads now as the agenda. But let me say this. Macklin, you said some very, very important things. I wish that video that we should play that video. GMB uses age to convince Macklin. And when you listen to Macklin, I follow him a lot. You know, he's very intelligent. You know, his message always consistent. You know, follow him in the past government now, very consistent in his advocacy. And he believed that the age of President Buckeye serving in government at that time would make him do better. But now, Macklin just said that his home was demolished. As a Unity Party supporter, he said, I can't come out and say this. And he said it today. How can a young man like this, going to school, he's not working on the street, not doing anything, he's trying going to school. And he's a Unity Party supporter. He fought our government for him to be homeless. Then you tell him to celebrate Yellow Machine. Amen. Amen. Are we that? You know, lastly, Conor Gray, you're not in his shoes. Your children are living large. But that man is going home. He planning $100 tomorrow to go eat in Kobo. Then you telling him he complaining. Amen. Sent to arrest.
McLean, are you homeless? They broke your home. Tell us that story again, please.
Yeah. So, Mr. Wallace, like I said, I don't want to, because trust me, when I don't pass something, I actually don't pass it. So it just happened. I was actually on the street when I got a call from my colleague that they are demolishing our place before we could move there. I think one person I didn't know what I was doing. That was aware. He's aware. He's one of my closer friends. He's aware that I was among the thousands of Liberians that were displaced of recent time, which of course is good. It's good. We still remain persistent. We still remain persistent to our support for the government. But where the truth lies for our people. So yes, it's good. I hope that.
Are you homeless? Are you homeless? Or have you been relocated? Right? You got somewhere to stay?
Sure, I am. Yeah, sure, I am. Sure, I am.
Were you squatting on someone's land?
I don't want to say somebody land, but when you see a place, you pay your money, you move in, and then all of a sudden somebody just wake up some morning and say the place for them.
Oh, you are renting for someone?
Yes, yeah. Come with sharing, just stuff like that. So I don't want to go in detail, but I think it's it's okay. You know, for that, we will still remain consistent supporting the government. But when they err, we will say the truth. When the commendable are commended, and then the condemnable too should be the same. So yeah, we are.
Which school you in again? Which school?
I'm in African Methodist Episcopal University, and
is that the AME, right?
Yeah, the AME. I'm proud to be appointed as the public relations officer for the current student council government. Vis-a-vis Monday, my appointment will be up to the public.
If this government gave you a job, will you accept?
If the government gave me a job, will I accept?
Yes.
I don't want to talk about that now, Mr. Waterspoon, because
so will you accept if you're offered a position?
Mr. Spoon, I don't want to talk about that.
Have you been offered any position?
No, I have not been offered any position at no point in time. Like I said, we have political issues.
Well, if you're scared and say you don't want to talk about it, then maybe you are contemplating on accepting a position if offered.
Mr. Spoon, it is my advocacy is no longer about me again, because trust me, Mr. Spoon, currently now I sleep with not less than 15% on a net basis with people. Wow. I sleep with 15%. They're not men.
Wow.
They're not men in West Point. I sleep with them.
Wow.
So do you know why? Do you know why?
Wow.
It is a situation that our own government put us in. It is a situation that we are in. But we are still boastful. We are still courageous.
No. Before we go to Councilor Gould that just joined us, level you right there. Are you sharing room with 15 individuals? If you say to talk, yeah, let's understand you better.
It's not like sharing room, but you when you don't have place to sleep, there are a lot of places in West Point where you go there, you sit around the commerce on the beach, and then you're partying night together. In the morning time, you go to the bathroom place, you pay for 20 hot water.
Are you serious?
You take bath, and then you walk out the street. So,
this is the Liberia you left. This is the Liberia you left.
That's what we need. We need this story to be out there.
This is the country that I have been.
I'm telling you, the still support of the government.
Stanton, this is the Waka Liberia the boy is talking about. This is the Waka Liberia. This is Liberia you guys
Guys, I beg you, let's go back to my place. Listen, I beg you. Thank you for coming on Spoon. Sometimes we gotta leave the everyday intellectual politics and talk on the issue, the real issue. Explain that story. You gather with 15 plus men and women, you found place to sleep. Then in the morning, you pay $20 to go take bath to government bathroom. Where's your clothes?
So, Mr. Spoon, you have to live a strategic life. That's why we are living. Some people that you see in town on a daily basis, there's a normal routine. Some of them sit in ghettos all night, lay side the wall, talk with their friends. Some of them sleep in motel. If I don't want to sleep on the beach for the commerce, I will pay my 300 or my 400 liberty to pass the night. And then in the morning, I go and take bath. I go to where I can keep my clothes to one of my friend's place. I wear my clothes and then I put, and then we move up. It is not me. It is about
where are you going to take bath? Where's the bathroom?
There are a lot of places in the slum community like pay to take bath, Mr. Waterspoon. I wish sometime when you come, you leave Boulevard Palace, you leave Royal, and then you come to people around there and see the living condition.
McLean.
Oh, don't worry, McLean. The next time you come, I will take you there.
McLean, will tell you that I was the Boulevard Palace, but let's talk about you. No, but seriously, McLean, that's something I experienced, something similar. I have all my friends who were in one bedroom, 4 of us changing the same clothes at the time. So what you are saying is something, I'm kind of surprised. Let me bring in Councilor Gould. Councilor Gould, we are hearing a real life story here, my brother.
But
is
Stanton,
some
before
real
Councilor
life.
go,
Thank you. But,
before Councilor go, 1 minute, 1 second.
We gotta squeeze it
1
in.
second, 1 second, Stanton, quick. Michael, did you say you were used as a political tissue? You were going somewhere on that, and
it is we the youth that stood online, that walk in the dirty people water to go at 8 p.m. and that wake up early in the morning by 5 to 6 o'clock and cast our vote for His Excellency President Joseph Imam Baka. We were used as a political tool, and we have been dashed on the roadside. That's why no youth agenda. Vast majority of the youth is employed. Vast majority of youth cannot pay their rent. Vast majority of youth are dropping all the school on a daily basis. They go do business, nobody to buy. So we were being used as a political tool, and there where we are.
So,
thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and let me say hi to my fellow panelists and hi to McLean. It's a young man that I know and know him very well. So great to see you. I think since I came, I don't know whether we've ever met. But again, Stanton, McLean is not saying anything strange. Africa, Liberia, there's always a generation of poor people who were in that generation before, who struggle with buenco, with fishing, with lay dead bricks, just to survive here. We ran behind people, we chanted, battle cry, supported politicians. They won elections, they promised us. There's zero. We still continue fighting hard, going to school, and then we are here today. As we move, a group of poor people again, young people will be there struggling. That's how African government has, they are created that avenue. But I want you to watch one movie. It's a caricature of this animal called Kasongo. I want you to take your time and go to YouTube and watch Kasongo, the king and the lion. The warthog became king, and the lion wants power back. I want you to listen to the advisors. There's a new series that is part 11. Listening to the advisor, the old man, old Toto, advising the king how he can keep people in poverty, how he can control them, how when he controls their stomach, he controls everything of theirs. In fact, how you will make them to cause confusion among themselves. And they will not look at you again, they'll look at each other and start fighting. Just see and come back to our governance structure. You will see how it looks. That's it. We will fight among ourselves. Now, Fubi will be arguing with Kev Hassan. Kev Hassan arguing with Fubi. Myself arguing with what his name, with Jacob Jala. We're fighting among ourselves. The guys are up there enjoying. And while we're here justifying their wealth, they're riding the best of cars, and they're making the good pay, taking $10,000 home. Some of us cannot find a job together. We will continue arguing and fighting with ourselves. Yeah, they will create that avenue for us to do that to ourselves and think that we're doing good. But they are there enjoying. Election come, they will win. And you and myself will still be a football will run, you lose election, again, you will still be hustling. Let myself, I will run, lose election, will still be hustling. That's just Africa. So it's not strange. It's not a strange thing. And so the yellow machine in the country, look, the yellow machine is going to do good for this country. Correct, whether you like it or not, it will do good. If it will create jobs now, it will be minimum, but the effect will be long term. So don't expect that many jobs will be created today because yellow machine don't know. There are few Liberians that will be employed. 100, 200 people will be employed to operate those machines. Assuming it's 285 machines that come, 285 Liberians are expected to be employed, at least sure of that. But is that significant? No. But the long-term effect of the machine,
So the roads will be open, farm to market roads, people will be able to bring their produce, companies will be able to go into areas and build hotels like Kobe and other people were saying, and people will get jobs. So for me, the yellow machines are good, but
thank you.
Watch Kasongo, the king, and you come back on the show, Stanton. You tell me, say what you said last night. I watched it in the movie, and it seemed happening. That's why we will fire off. So when you Stanton, you will get vexed. You call one to all kind of names. One to will say all kind of things. Augustin will say all kind of things. Augustin. Why the guys upstairs? When did you watch Kasongo? Look, you just saw it. No, I watched Kasongo. Look, I knew, or you know, for me, I always tell you about government. I don't have my feelings.
You just saw it. My question I asked you.
I'm telling you about how people are able to.
When did you watch the Kasongo movie?
No, by 11, I watched it today. I watched by 11 today,
yeah, so
and I could see the total. I could see the total advising the king. And I'm thinking that the willing to advise.
I don't need to watch Kasongo to know that.
Just we are the only advising and the president Bunker. I saw the total. I said, I see.
So that total and Kasongo man, open your eye.
That you.
By Leo, man. Let's go
so
back.
I'm just saying. I'm telling
you something. That total.
But that's the reason why.
All the time you are lawyer, your eye open, that total open your eye about government. All the time you write in government, your eye open, that total now opening your eye. All the time you are chairman for ALP, your eye open and now that total opening your eye. Leave it alone, man.
But again, that's what we say right here. Against me, I against what I say.
All the time, man, running in politics, running in district 13. Now today, total opening man eye. What kind of busy man is so? Yeah. Today went to school for 12 years. He became a lawyer working for 20 years. Now today, total opening man eye in Kasongo.
Let's continue.
Total opening man eye today. But you are alone, man.
Happening.
I'm saying, little land councilor alone, man. Please.
Leave me alone, man. I thought
no, just 5 seconds.
But I don't understand
that. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. You haven't been for long. I beg you. Just what happening now is what that movie portrays. That what I say, stand up, come up to me. That's it. Who milking? Who enjoying what you must doing tonight? The guy up there enjoying. They're not you. They're not me. They're not McLean.
No, man, enjoying that we're having a conversation. The people listen to us. But when they only take away from your Kasongo story, you just watch the cartoon, you just see that movie, and you are saying that Toto J open your eye. You persecuted Madam Gloria Mususka, Toto, you open your eye. That today Toto open your eye. I mean, you leave her alone.
And I will prosecute you. If I didn't arrest you, I will come out of government to prosecute you.
Kumi, the man said the woman in jail, Toto is open your eye. Today Toto open your eye. The man wants to talk. I'm still going, man.
I sell the jail for good cause. You want to bring your story by end of the I will talk. I sell the jail for good cause, and I got no regret. She tried again, she called it again.
McLean, thank you for bringing a harsh dose of reality to this platform and the people of Liberia. It's a harsh dose of reality. It's not Joe Boyka's fault. It's not the current government's fault. It's not even the previous government's fault. It's the fault of all of us as a people, 178 years. I live in one of the poorest slum communities in this town. I don't live in Gate. I live in Yekpi town. Come and stand on my porch and see abject poverty at work. I used to visit my friends in West Point as a young man. I was born in Soniwen. The poverty that is in this country is because we continue to do the same thing over and over. The 178 years of this country, we scratched the surface of poverty. And if we do not listen to somebody like Musa Hassan Belete that talks about private sector development, and he's proved it, to be worth $40 million in post-war Liberia, a poor boy from Sacre Pierre, to be competing among Titans with collateral management agents, Swiss people, Nigerians, and others, and to overcome this. The same life that he has developed for himself is what he wants others to have. Today, I was passing and driving right in this market here. There's a woman I always buy water from, $50 for this mineral water bottle. I gave her $10 today. The tears that flow from this woman's eyes stand on for $10 business to expand her market. It's a small thing, but guess what? If the government can devise macro lending schemes and other things to take those people from the stores and the streets and put them into warehouses and to re-engineer the commercial, go to Vartown. Go to Vartown. Your import hub. There's probably one Liberian business, Connex, Futa. The rest are Lebanese and Indians from Freeport all the way down to Geratoga Bridge. Go from 2nd Street in St. Paul to start from John's Supermarket all the way down to exclusive over here. There are 15 supermarkets or more. Social Lebanese. Look at Tottenham Boulevard on both sides of the road, east and west, going towards the Atlantic and or going towards the land side. This is something that we need to come together.
I wish I would stop you. We got to go. He got to go home.
So, but Stanton, what the life that McLean Renner described, no Liberian should be surprised at that. You saw the video about this thing in West Point, about the dysfunction in West Point, drug addiction, prostitution. I mean, these are vile communities that exist in this country for generations. And every time a political a party comes to power, they only enrich their inner circle. And it happened with the previous administration, and with the previous administration, and with the previous administration. We need to change that. And so, McLean, I want to reach out to you in a significant way. Stanton, what's your name? That's will give you my number, and I will do something as a contribution. Not because I want you to come to CMC, please. This is no political task I'm doing. It's just something that I want to do as my contribution. Has nothing to do with Musa Hassan Belete that I will do. I hire 4 people in my community. 4 people in the community. I hire them. I don't need to invest $50,000-$60,000 in a car rental business here. I'm too old for that.
We will talk.
I see the level of depravity that exists in this country.
Again, we have to leave it there, Uncle Sam. Thank you very much for
God bless Liberia. McLean, get in touch with me, please. I beg you.
We will talk, Uncle Sam. He will get in touch with you. We will talk, and we got to quiet this thing now. We got 11 minutes to close the show.
But
Which one of the building? The big building?
So if I can eat, they're gonna cheer all of them in school. I would have 2 classes graduate for them, but if I don't rest all of them in school. I'm not working, so I'm not working for me, I'm not working. But my son's business, I give me a Senate. If you got there what today, what I will take it from the Senate. If even they left for you for your car, and you come after 35 years, I said, I'm not making new land. So if I hold 35 years, I'm not 44 years if I hold after the and when you expecting me to want that new land to but when I'm getting new land, and I get nowhere to want that new land. So as for me, today, I was down with it very me and my children, I don't want to, I was that soon. So why not they can check me one time? So I'm waiting for that with it. My children anymore, just very hard. Let them see my dad.
So before today, did he receive any invitation from the court that someone was claiming this property?
I said Saturday. I didn't want Saturday, they saw me and I if you said it there for you, never they saw me for you or recognition. But so I saw you do the survey and everything. What is the hour you are
Did you receive any prior notice about the survey?
Nothing. No notice.
Have you seen the legitimate owner of this land?
So the person you purchased the land from, where is he now?
He went to the court.
How long have you been being called for?
Nobody was saying
Ma'am, I'm more concerned about dialogue. At this point in time, are you willing to sit on the drawing table with the legitimate owner to secure your property? What are some of the remedies will you push to him?
I'm not defending anybody. I'm not defending anybody. If they're not for the people that are buying, and they're for you, they get it when I even tell me. If it's time for rebuy, I will rebuy. But you give us after I live up for all the years,
so what's the worth of your property? In terms of all of what you have, what is some of it, the amount?
Like how many dollars you have spent purchasing, building, everything? What's the worth?
Just get an assumption of it.
700 million.
I'm not talking about the top, but the other one is 700 million.
$700 million. Liberian dollars.
That's why you speak. How many are there stores here? Are there stores? So 700.
So you are the hand for it.
The entire property, right? What's the name again? Everybody who? Thank you.
Thank you for talking to
I
us.
occupant.
So, one of the major occupants of the property who owns about 8 of the buildings, Miss Evelyn, she owns a lot. Let's speak to the young man. How are you? You want to speak to us? I'm okay, sir. Mr. Bingu, do you own property here as well? You own a property here?
No. I am not property here. I'm a new from down the ground here. I don't know. But the question here is, I am hearing that an FMOP commander came here in 1990 and bought the land. And he obtained there is this, according to what I'm hearing. But the question is, you journalists, why are you rapping like this?
That question can be answered by us now.
1990, they were in Bantu, the Gambia, into before they had rally, finally on their rally. Then, before I come up with a rally like this, people were already living here. Everyone has something here in the 80s. Then, how this man bought this land in 1990? And how now it's a judgment system now. But we're looking at people telling us that a man, a couple of people, man, came here and served here and then bought this land. From whom he bought this land? That's the question.
Are you disputing that this land cannot be purchased in the 90s by that individual?
No, but actually, you know, this particular scenario is just confusing us here. We are put to yourself. When you look at it logically, as this, what is going on now? I say that's not a fair play.
There's not fair play.
It's not fair play.
Do you think the justice system is being played on?
To the contrary, I'm telling you that there's not a fair play here. Because when you look at FMO, according to what I'm hearing here, FMO came here 1990. And then before FMO, we were rapping like this. People were already talking about people who were living here. How will FMO own this place? Individual that came to serve at FMO on our team, whether from Nigeria, or from Severino, or from Gambia, or which country you came from. How is this?
You are claiming neutral ground now. What can you say to the justice system?
Well, I want for them to look at this case because looking at this now, I mean, when you look at it logically, this particular demolition is something that is fiasco.
Fiasco,
What
you
do you
say?
term as fiasco?
You mean the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court is the highest. The Supreme Court is the higher authority. The Supreme Court is a higher authority. You tell me they are fiasco. On what grounds? What exactly are you standing on to look at the Supreme Court and turn it a fiasco?
Tell me it as fiasco. Looking at the analysis of what we are observing here now, people are saying that Ecomo people like here in 1990, and then an individual of Ecomo bought this land. And then we have the authority and the chief individual that owns the land. Then the question is that before everyone were right, who were living here? Who are living here?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. A continual question before the ex-Aquaman soldier who claimed this land. The question is who was living here before the ex-Aquaman purchased the land? Well, you listen to one of the occupant, one of the ladies that who own 8 of this building, including the upstairs building, talking. She is willing to have a dialogue with quote unquote who is claiming this property, and then if it costs for her to rebuy, she will. And if that particular person is following, we ask that you kind of reach out to her to have a calm dialogue.
So, welcome. This is DN News Online Television. The name is George Cooper. We are live here at the New Georgia Junction, where this major demolition exercise is ongoing with huge presence of officers of the Liberian National Police. They are deployed here, well-armed. Officers of the Liberian National Police are fully deployed yet. They are all in arms. They are deployed yet at the New Georgia Junction, where this major demolition exercise is ongoing. So the name is George Cooper. Keep watching, share the live, make your comments as we bring you this live coverage from the New Georgia Junction. So you see here, family members are now hauling their things. So this is the building that they are about to demolish. So they are asking the resident within this building to get their things out, because this is a yellow machine. See there? This is the yellow machine already parked, waiting for the resident to have this place empty, so that they can be able to bring down this entire building you are seeing here. This is happening at the New Georgia Junction. So you can see here. So here they are hauling their things. The back there is an entertainment center, but we cannot go in there because we are very restricted by officers of the Liberian National Police to stay in a specific area and then do our live. So in there is where they have the entertainment center, and so you can see these are all drinks that were in the entertainment center. So keep following us. So this is the building. This building is about to be demolished. So they are just waiting for the resident within this building to get their things out. As soon as they get their things out, that yellow machine you see parked there, they know they're going to use it right now to bring the entire building down. This is an upstairs building, with several apartments within it, and so they're going to bring it down. And so you see they have this guy climbing on a pole. He has climbed on a pole to have the current in this building disconnected. So you see here, this is the LEC line from this pole straight in this building. So you have this guy on the pole. He has been asked to climb on the pole, to disconnect the LEC current from this particular building. So this is it. The name is George Cooper. I'm here along with Uriah Gippon. Together we are bringing you this live coverage from the New Georgia Junction. But so another pickup of the Liberian National Police just arrived. So this is another pickup. We have officers of the Liberian National Police. The manpower keep increasing. At the New Georgia Junction. where the major demolition exercise is ongoing. So keep watching, share the live. A bigger comment instead of where you're watching it from. The name is George Cooper. Like I said, there's a major demolition exercise going on here with a huge deployment of officers of the Liberian National Police. They are well armed and they are posted. So there across the street there, you see residents of this community. They are all gathered, watching the process, standing across the street, and then watching the process. They are being restricted by officers of the Liberian National Police to stay right across there, not to cross around. So they are just standing around watching the demolition going on. And so this is it. We are seeing another jeep coming. It's only LMP. Let's see. This is another jeep belonging to officers of the Liberian National Police. So yeah, we stay here. And this exercise started since this morning. They stayed ongoing, but residents are taking their things out. So you see there, that drinks coming from the entertainment center, and this building. This is the building that is about to be demolished. Yeah, you see here. This is an Orsted building, and there you see is the yellow machine parked right there. Is that yellow machine that is going to be used to bring the entire structure down. So just keep following us. See here. So let's see whether we can. Let's see whether we can go back. Let's see. Let's see whether we can go beyond here to show you where these things are all coming from. Let's see. Let's show you the back of this house. So you see here, this is where they have this is where they have the store. So this is a store. You know, this is a store where they sell drinks. Different kinds of drinks were being sold in here. And so they have been asked to get their things out of the place because this building is about to be demolished. So keep watching us, DN News Online Television. The name is George Cooper, coming to you live from the New Georgia Junction, where a major demolition exercise is currently ongoing. So you can see in there, this is a store where they sell different kinds of drinks, and they have been asked to get it out. So they are getting the drinks out. All right. So So the police are here, so you can see the drink from that particular store. It's why they are hauling. But this is happening at the New Georgia Junction. This is DN News. Of course, the name is George Cooper, coming to you live. So you can see this is the building. See here, there was a store here. This other store is already empty. See here. See here. This is happening at the New Georgia Junction. Major demolition exercise is ongoing here. So you can see here this building. This building. See the back of it. See here. So wherever you are watching it from, just tell where you're watching it from and share the live as we bring you this live coverage from New Georgia Junction. We are watching us, you are watching us live. So the Liberian National Police, they're all deployed here in a very huge number. And all of them are in armed. They are armed police officers deployed here at the New Georgia Junction. So they are here to protect life and property. Of course, it is the responsibility of the Liberian National Police to protect life and property. So while the demolition is ongoing, they are also here to protect property that belong to those that are in this building, because there are a lot of criminals around. You know, when such things like they're ongoing, you see a lot of criminals around trying to take away people's things. So the police are here to stop that, to be able to protect all the properties that belong to people that are in this particular building. So that is why they are here. They are also here to protect the yellow machine, to make sure that there's a peaceful demolition, voice of violence. So, but I tell you, it's very, very disappointing to see your property, you know, a building that you are invested all of your resources, your time, your energy, just to stand and watch it being destroyed like this. Nobody will want to experience such thing, you know. But again, that's it. This is it. This is the New Georgia Junction. This is the New Georgia Junction. This is the New Georgia Junction. Everywhere you turn, you will see police officers are deployed everywhere with a tear gas gun. So, residents of this community, they are all here lined up. They are just standing up, watching the process. You know, everybody just standing, folding their hands, and just watching. You know, monitoring the situation. Nobody can talk. Nobody can say anything. The police keep chasing it away. As they come closer, the police will chase it away. Because according to the police, they do not want to see anyone standing close here where the demolition is ongoing. So they ask them to cross the street and stand across the street and watch the process. But you know, they are very hard-headed. They're always crossing, coming closer to the place. As they come, that's how the police keep pushing them. This is something. So the yellow machine is about to start working. The yellow machine is about to start working. And so, see here, this is so keep watching us, share the live. Tell us where you're watching us from as we bring you this live coverage from New Georgia Junction, where the major demolition exercise is ongoing with a huge deployment officers of the Liberian National Police. So you see here, these are all residents of this community who are coming landlord here to monitor the process. There is the police station, the New Georgia police station there, and then back here is the Eco Electronic store. And so that's it. Yeah. So this is where we are. So they keep calling. They keep calling the drinks from the store back there. The police are waiting for them to hold their drinks because they are about to bring down this building. They are about to bring down this building. So DN News on television. The name is George Cooper. Here with the Royal Department. Together we are bringing you this live coverage from the New Georgia Junction, where the demolition exercise is ongoing for heavy deployment of officers of the Liberian National Police. So they are only waiting for that particular store to get empty. And so you see they are hauling the things in keke, you know. But they said the people have been informed since Saturday. Last week Saturday they were informed about the demolition. They told them to take their things out. Even this coming Saturday, they were also informed about getting their things out. But yesterday, they didn't do it until today, where the demolition is ongoing. Then they're hauling their things. See here. Yeah, so in our store they were actually doing wholesale in our store. Yeah, all these things in here. All these things in here. They were actually doing wholesale of these drinks in here. This is what is happening at the New Georgia Junction. Police are asking them to be fast because they are about to break down the building.
attention here, begin here. Have attention, begin here, please.
So the yellow machine is already set. So keep following us as we
Take it for the grass.
So this is the demolition. This is the major demolition going on. The New Georgia Junction. So DNUs, we are coming to you live from the New Georgia Junction, where the major demolition exercise is ongoing. So keep watching, share the live, tell us where you're watching it from as we bring you this coverage, live coverage from New Georgia Junction, where a major demolition exercise is ongoing. So keep watching. The name is George Cooper. Coming to you live from the New Georgia Junction.
What we have gathered from people we spoke to in this exercise said that this case stems from decade-long legal battles, different courts. Finally, the court has ruled in favor of an individual yet to be identified. An individual yet to be identified. On Saturday, what we witnessed was eviction exercises. We had several court officers who came providing instruction to business owner. So there you have it. Saturday, court officer provided instruction acting on the court mandate. There are several occupants doing business in multiple structures that have now been demolished, relocate, taking them home to them, question of belonging, including goods. So earlier this morning, so so there you have it. Focus Television, yellow machine operator moves aggressively, crossing on several properties, acting in court order. They are now demolishing several structures, part of a full-scale demolition exercise. Georgia Junction, along the different freeways, have members of the Liberian National Police who are here. This exercise is ongoing. Previously resisted several occupants, including residents of this region. Several natives. So folks keep sharing. Many years this morning, still here, bringing to the live defamation exercise taking place at the New Georgia Junction. This exercise has attracted the presence of several Liberians who continue to express a disagreement with the ongoing exercise. So the once vibrant Emma and Son Business Center, an area where thousands of people gather, specifically at the Georgia Junction, to entertain themselves, expected to be demolished. The orders of the code. Sharing this live video. Ladies and gentlemen, also here with me. Together we are providing this live coverage. What is happening here? The New Georgia Junction. Several structures where you have several engaged in promotion activities now being involved in all the court.
So the police is asking them to go.
Liberian National Police are asking also along this area.
So keep watching. This is where we are. The name is George Cooper, coming to you live from the New Georgia Junction, where this major demolition exercise is ongoing. Several structures have been demolished since the exercise started this morning up to present. The demolition continues with yellow machine breaking down houses belonging to residents of this community who are residing here. And see here, this is the most talked about Amos Business Center. This hostel building you see here is about to be demolished. As soon as they complete this side, the next will be this hostel building you are seeing here. This is where they used to have the Amos Business Center. And we also have the ABC VIP as well. So all of them were in this building. And this Oscar building you are seeing here. So keep watching. The name is George Cooper. We are coming to you live from the New Jersey Junction, where this demolition exercise is ongoing. Since this morning up to present, the yellow machine still breaking down our houses. So we are here. Keep watching. Share the live. Tell us where you're watching from.
Widespread demolition exercise, buck and a crow, different environment, specifically with the unsurrounded video execution numbers from the group. I voice to support the members of the Liberian National Police. This exercise is not this is where we are. Movement of this exercise violate several Liberians initially expressed opposition. Well, area. This is the environment. Several business activities in New Jersey Junction and all the roads ranging to Miami, Jacket Long. This is food order. We are now burning several structures built on the junction. They now being demolished orders of the court. So early on this Saturday, several sheriffs in the name of Liberian National Police who executed together executed court orders asking several occupants what we have established is that what we have established in people that this land this is
So see here, we're coming to you live from the New Georgia Junction. Officers of the Liberian National Police, they are all here deployed in a huge number, and the yellow machine keep breaking down houses. So from as soon as they done with this side, this is going to be the next step, is to bring this building down. This is the Amos Business Center here at New Georgia Junction, and they also have the ABC VIPs as well. So this building is about to be demolished any moment from now, as soon as they have done with this side. And then the next step would be to bring this building down, you know. So this is a very painful movement, you know, spending money. But again, when you are building when you are buying land these days, please make sure you do your background check sufficiently. Be certified before you can spend your money to buy a property. Maybe you need to ask the person who's selling that land to you. You need to ask them good whether there is other extended family members, you know, and make sure that you know all the family that own that particular land before you can buy it. Avoid buying land without background investigation. Sometimes you got family land that belong to 5 or 6 persons. And one person come from beyond there, come and take it and sell it to you without the consent of the other family members. After many years, you are invest your money on that property. At the end of the day, you see the other family member come and say, this is our property. Our sister never had the right to sell it without our consent. Our brother never had the right to sell it without our consent. At the end of the day, you will have to go to court. You will be the victim. Or sometimes that particular place you are buying, that place they are already selling to another person, maybe 2 or 3 persons have already purchased that land. Maybe you could be the 4th person buying that land. Because you do not do a background investigation, you spend your money there. After some years, then another person come and say, this is my place, you have to leave. At the end of the day, you have to go to court, you'll be running here and there, and you become a victim. What happens to you if you have already spent your money to build or structure on that land, like this building that is standing right here? Do you know how much money was used to build this house? Do you know? And to just stand up and watch this building, you know, being demolished in your presence, it's so painful. It's frustrating. It's highly disappointing. So those of you who stay by land around, please make sure you do your background investigation and be sure before you visit the National Archive, visit the Land Authority, get a registered land surveyor to be able to help you. Yeah, come around. So the Oyster building is now coming down. The yellow machine. This is happening at New Georgia Junction. New Georgia Junction, where the major demolition exercise is ongoing. This building is about to be demolished. They have enough screws in the shop.
People are hurrying.